The Colm Hayes Show on 2FM.
Okay, here's something that we spotted that we thought was quite interesting. Teenagers as young as 13 are learning to drive at a new motoring school, even though they're not allowed on the roads for another 4 years. But there's a cabbie, Colm Carey, insists his young students don't need a learner driver permit because he teaches them in a disused multi-store car park. It's a great idea to learn how to drive. I think it'd be a great idea to learn how to drive at that young level of age. Not necessarily to be on the streets, but to learn how to drive, because it really is going to help you later on when you actually have to sit down behind the wheel of a car. Colm is on the line. Cabbie, Colm Carey. Colm, how are you?
How are you, Colm? How are you?
I'm not too bad at all. Colm to column, yeah.
Colm to column.
Colm to column. Now, Colm, you are using a disused multi-storey car park to teach teenagers and also nervous drivers how to drive. How did you come up with the idea?
I have a 15-year-old son myself at home, and throughout doing his theory test, preparing him for his theory test, we were discussing the idea of what age the children should be allowed to drive. So I come up with the idea from having the 15-year-old child. I said to myself, well, why send them out onto the road where it's stressful on them, stressful on other motorists, because they have children letting the car stall and people are beeping them, trying to panic them more. So I come up with the idea, if we could find a compound, take them off-road, teach them safely, teach them all the safety aspects of driving the car safely, and also teach them, you know, if they misuse the vehicle, what can actually happen, the dangers of misusing the vehicle.
And I think as well, you're giving them the opportunity at that age when, you know, that there is that, even 13, 14, 15, with some young fellas, there's the urge to get out. I want to get into a car. I want to learn how to drive. Come on, teach me. And you're giving them that opportunity, that release valve as such, without, as you said, being a danger. Because, I mean, a 13-year-old probably would be a danger on a main road. Mind you, so could some 30-year-olds. So, to what level do you get them? To what level do you get teach them to?
We teach them to the level of, they go up as far as third gear, obviously, because of the size of the compound. They don't get to go any further. But they learn to reverse safely, turn the car about safely. They learn to parallel park, bay park. They learn hill starts. They learn to reverse around corners, as I said. So it's a basic driver training to get to the whole safety aspect and total clutch control. So when they go on the road, they have the confidence of knowing they can safely handle the car, using all the mirrors and everything else. So they can do all the safety aspects of the basic driver training, and then we just, when they become of age, 17, and get their learner permits, we can now take them onto the road.
How did you get the multi-storey car park?
The multi-storey car park is disused at the minute, and I was looking for property around the town when I met up with the guy that's in charge of it, and he offered me the car park. So we went off and we got the insurance put in place and we opened up. And
from what age will you take somebody?
I normally look for them to be around 15, 16. I do take 14. Young Ross was an exception. He's 13 going on 14. We did take him in there. But normally what I'm trying to target is transition year students that are just becoming of age to go and get their learner permit. Get them in there, teach them safely. Then they know how to drive. We take them on the road then when they get their learner permit.
It is a great idea, and actually it could be something that should be even introduced into transition year. I know I go on about transition year quite often because I think sometimes a lot of it is a waste, but some of it is quite valuable. But that would be a very valuable exercise to have.
Well, it's at that age group, the transition year age, that they're becoming of age to do their theory test and get their learner permit. So I just feel if we can take them into the compound, teach them safely, give them all the safety aspects of driving, and teach them the dangers of mishandling the car also, it'll make them a better driver, and it'll make the road safer for other road users as well.
Do you think it's easier for like a 15 or 16-year-old, well, 15-year-old to learn how to drive rather than if they wait till they're about 20 or 21?
I think it is, because they've more confidence at their age group. Most teenagers have that confidence they can do anything once they put their mind to it. So I think it's a lot safer to teach them that age because they have the confidence. And I also have taken nervous drivers in there into the compound. I actually have a girl that went on the road yesterday after finishing her course in the compound.
Right.
She can't believe the difference.
Okay, so somebody who's particularly maybe has failed their exam a couple of times, that idea, is it? And particularly nervous on the road, this is a perfect opportunity without cars coming at you from every direction.
It's a perfect opportunity. It's one-on-one and it's controlled, dual-controlled cars. So it's perfectly safe, and it's a safe environment that they're in as well.
Again, for young drivers, around that age, I mean, if you're down in the countryside, you're probably in around a field or a paddock or whatever at about 14 or 15, and you're learning how to drive. So this is a similar outlet, except it's in sort of an urban area.
It's in an urban area, and it just gives everybody, it's accessible to everybody, and it gives everybody the same advantage of learning basic driver training before they get near the road.
So what's the name of the school?
It's a Ware School of Motoring.
Ware School of Motoring in Newbridge in County Kildare.
Newbridge in County Kildare. We have a website there set up, www.awaremotoring.ie, and they can go online. I have my own son there, Mark, who's 15, and he has done 2 lessons, and we video the lessons. They're up there on the website, so anybody that's interested can go on there and have a look.
It's a good idea. I like it. It's a good idea. Is it busy at the moment?
It's very busy at the moment. It's by appointment only, Colm.
All right. And is it full-time now for you? Are you still a cabbie, or...?
We're just about, hopefully, away from the cabbie business now.
Yeah.
We're open up a month, so hopefully we're in the next month now. This will be full-time.
You're only open a month?
Only open a month. The actual school is open a lot longer, but the actual underage compound and nervous driver compound is only open a month. We only opened last month.
So would you be happy to get out of the cabbie business?
I will.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
It's a tough one at the moment, as I'm sure you're well aware, but... Well, the compound, I think, this is the way to go. I think for younger drivers, it's going to be a safer environment for everybody then.
Well, listen, good idea, great enterprise, and best of luck with it, Colm, and hopefully it will turn into something big for you, all right?
Thanks a million, Colm.
Thanks, Colm. Take care of yourself. Now, that is Colm Carey, and he runs, just to give you again, it's a Ware School of Motoring. They're in Newbridge at the moment, and as well as offering normal lessons to learner drivers, lessons for the younger drivers as well, as he said, about 14 or 15, underage or nervous drivers are available. It's in an enclosed driving complex, so it gives you that extra. Well, that's why he can actually have them as 14 or 15 years of age.
The Colm Hayes Show on 2FM.